YouTube, how you doing? Welcome to the latest episode of the Silver and Gold Stack Attack. As always, a quick thank you for taking some time out of your day to check out the latest video, and hell yeah, for being the best damn community here on YouTube, without a doubt. Alright, so when I first started this channel about, 3-4 years ago, I forget how long it's been, silver and gold were pretty much stuck in the same price range, with some ups and downs built in over the years, but staying pretty much, well, boring. And when I saw the price of silver recently hit 46 bucks, and gold at almost 3,800, I sat back and couldn't help but think back to those days when I was buying silver eagles for less than $25 a piece and gold eagles for around 1,500 plus. Now, I can honestly say that it appears those days are but a memory. They're gone for good. And unless things go drastically insane, I can't even imagine silver going below $30 at this point or gold below $3,000. But metals are unpredictable and volatile. And in the words of Forrest Gump, you never know what you're going to get. Anyway, seeing both metals skyrocketing naturally brings me to think about the most obvious question about silver. Will we hit 50 bucks before the end of 2025? Well, with the looks of things and having roughly 3 full months left in this year, I'd say it's more than a distinct possibility at this point, right? Analysts were saying metals would break out more in Q1 2026, but it appears the current bull market is staying strong and showing zero signs of weakness. So with all that said, we're going to go over some solid reasons why silver could hit 50 bucks before the end of 2025. And I'm going to go over some future numbers of Bullion Company recently published that sees metals going even higher. With caveats, of course. But enough of all that. Let's go ahead and roll this thing. Alright, so let's get right into it. If we're going to try to understand the potential for silver to hit $50, we need to look at some facts. Now, if you take a quick look at this chart, silver is just under 30 bucks at 29 and change an ounce on the 2nd of January, 2025. Fast forward to present day, and we're sitting right at $46 an ounce here on the 28th of September, 2025. And that's roughly, what, a 60-something% increase in only 9 months. And that's just a meteoric rise, really. And it's the sharpest rally in decades when you think about it. Silver's pushing to beat that all-time high that was set back in 1980 and almost again in 2011 at just under 50 bucks an ounce. And there are a few reasons why beating that record in 2025 is a distinct possibility. This quick jump after years of stagnancy, it just doesn't come around very often. You guys know that. Now, a few excerpts that I'm about to show you came from a goldsilver.com article that I saw recently. It was a pretty good read, and it seemed fairly reasonable. In that article, they compared the present silver run to 1980, which, if we recall, saw silver shoot from nothing to just under 50 bucks in a really short time. And 4 of the reasons for that run in 1980 are what you see here. We had double-digit inflation, oil price shock after the Iranian Revolution, we had a weak U.S. dollar that pushed investors to hard assets, and speculative buying pressure, most famously initiated by those pesky Hunt brothers. Now, let's fast forward and take a look at what's pushing silver price today. And we can pretty much whittle it down to 4 main reasons that you see here. And they are, number 1, silver is still a preservation of wealth against inflation. Along with gold, it can provide protection against the forever eroding purchasing power of the dollar. Number 2, industrial demand continues to be high, while above ground supply continues to operate at a deficit of millions of ounces each year. And that's over the last 5 years. Number 3, gold's crazy rise. It took quite a while, and it almost seemed like silver had, detached from gold, but silver finally caught gold rush fever, and it went up in price with gold. And number 4, geopolitical risks. The world's a mess right now with trade wars, war, an eroding dollar, and that doesn't inspire confidence in currency. Metals will always surge in these cases. We all know that. And fiat currency is already facing immense pressure to maintain. And if you add in all the monkey business we're looking at here, it only becomes worse. So now that we know some of the basic causes of the silver spike, it's a natural reaction for us to wonder if we can hit that magical $50 plateau before the end of 2025. At this rate, there's pretty good cause to believe it just might. But if we've been stacking silver for any amount of time, we also know the volatility sometimes causes prices to drop just as quickly as they rise. Now, that said, I do think the days of 20 plus silver are gone. They're out of here. And the absolute new bottom is probably in the 30s, maybe low 30s, mid 30s, at an absolute minimum. But is it a good thing for silver to cross $50 and higher? If it does, it could indicate a more serious problem with our economy. as more investors flock to metals as a tangible hedge against inflation and financial instability. You got to remember, back in 1980 and 2011, silver shot up quickly due to the woes of the world, right? And we're seeing some very similar events taking place here in the present, and that could push silver over $50. If not here in 2025, then possibly in Q1 2026. Now, either way, the move could come quickly and shoot well past that mark before it finally settles down and potentially drops a bit. We have to remember one question. Are metals going up, or is the dollar just going down even more? At this point, it's likely a combination of the two. Time, as always, will tell. Either way, it's going to be a wild ride, folks. So we're getting ready to close this video out, but before I do, let's take a quick look at some quote-unquote prospective prices that were recently issued by Bold Precious Metals. Now, this came out a few days ago, so the present spot price isn't accurate, but check out that prediction for 2030. They're thinking silver could be in the $82 range, while gold could be in the $5,335 range. And FYI, that would equate to roughly a 65-to-1 gold to silver ratio, by the way. Probably enough to put me in range for trading some silver for gold at that point. However, all that said, please take this chart with a grain of salt. Please. This is purely speculation on the part of a bullion dealer, and there's no credible evidence that metals will hit these levels in 2030. Fact of the matter is, there isn't a human on the planet who can accurately predict where metals would be in 1 year, never mind 5, even though 2030 seems to be a really commonly agreed upon year for metals to explode, and quite a few have accepted that year as quote-unquote the big one. So, like everything else, hey, we'll see in 5 years, right? Personally, I say look at this chart for nothing but some entertainment value and thinking about the what ifs. All right. There you have it, guys. So what are your thoughts on silver hitting $50 in 2025? Is it going to be this year, next year, or never? And what'd you think about Bold's prediction on silver and gold prices in 2030? Be sure to leave a comment down below and let me know. You guys know I love going through them, so make sure you sound off. And that's going to wrap it up for this episode of the Silver and Gold Stack Attack. And if you made it this far, well, damn, I'm just as shocked as you are. I'll definitely catch up with you in the next episode. But in the meantime, ooh yeah, you know what's up.
What do you want to do with your life?
I want to stack.
Damn right, get stacked. Stay safe and be well, everyone. Be sure to catch me in my silver journey this Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time for Stacker's Corner. We have a blast on the show. If you need a link, just look under my post. But until then, I am out. Oh, yeah. Peace, folks. Have a fantastic week ahead. I'll see you on Wednesday. Take care.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.